Chapter 4. The Blanket. The aftermath of the meeting lingered in Anna Petrov's mind, like the embers of the fire that had burned late into the night. The wives had left one by one, their faces masks of determination and veiled suspicion. Anna knew their tentative unity was fragile at best, a blanket barely covering the fractures beneath. By morning Anna had already set her plan in motion. She moved briskly through her study, gathering documents, burner phones, and cash from a hidden safe. Lucia hovered in the doorway, her face pale but composed. "Madam, will you need the car prepared?" Lucia asked, her voice steady despite the undercurrent of unease. Anna paused, glancing at the maid. "Not yet, but stay ready. We'll need to be quick if things change." Lucia nodded and retreated, leaving Anna alone with her thoughts. The cryptic messages, the coordinated raids, the uneasy alliances, everything pointed to an enemy that knew too much. The thought sent a chill down her spine. She poured herself a small glass of brandy, the burn steadying her nerves. "Trust no one," she reminded herself. "Not even the women who share your predicament." Maria's perspective. Maria Gonzalez paced the length of her living room, her heels clicking against the polished wood floors. The envelope she'd received the night before still lay on the coffee table, its contents spread out like a grotesque tableau. Emails, photographs, bank records, evidence of her husband's duplicity. Her son Roberto emerged from his room, his face still groggy from sleep. "Mom, what's going on? You're acting weird." Maria forced a smile, quickly gathering the papers into a neat stack. "Nothing, mijo. Just some business I need to take care of." Roberto's brow furrowed, but he didn't press further. He muttered something about breakfast and disappeared into the kitchen. Maria let out a slow breath, her hands trembling slightly as she returned the documents to their envelope. She couldn't let her son see her fear. Not now. Her phone buzzed and she snatched it up. The message was from an unknown number. "The blanket is unraveling." Maria's heart raced as she read the words. Whoever was behind this knew more than she had anticipated. She typed a quick response to Anna. "We need more than a plan. We need protection. Sophia's perspective." Sophia Russo sat at the piano in her living room, her fingers hovering over the keys. She hadn't played in months, but the weight of the morning's silence was unbearable. Her husband's absence echoed in the stillness, a reminder of how much had already been lost. The first notes came hesitantly, then with more confidence as her fingers remembered their old patterns. The music filled the space, its melancholy tones mirroring her mood. She played until her phone buzzed on the bench beside her, breaking the spell. The message was short. "Be ready, midnight." Sophia's hands froze. Midnight? Her heart raced as she considered the implications. Was this another test? Another veiled threat? She quickly replied to the group chat. "What's happening at midnight?" Anna responded almost immediately. "I'll explain later, just be ready." Sophia's hands trembled as she set the phone down. Midnight. The word hung in her mind like a dark promise. Laura's perspective. Laura Williams sat in the corner booth of a small diner, her coffee untouched as she scanned the latest reports on her tablet. The morning news was dominated by stories of the raids, complete with grainy footage of arrests and soundbites from law enforcement officials. Detective Helen Radcliffe's face appeared on the screen, her sharp features exuding confidence as she declared victory in dismantling the mafia's operations. "This is just the beginning," Radcliffe said, her voice calm but resolute. "We will not rest until every thread of this criminal network has been unraveled." Laura's jaw tightened. She knew Radcliffe's type, relentless, obsessive, and willing to bend the rules to achieve her goals. If the wives weren't careful, Radcliffe would tear them apart. Her phone vibrated, drawing her attention. The message was from Anna. "Midnight. My place." Laura typed a quick response. "I'll be there." She locked the screen and leaned back in the booth, her mind racing. Midnight. Whatever Anna had planned, it had to be big and dangerous. The midnight meeting. The clock struck 12 as the women gathered once more at Anna's estate. The sitting room was dimly lit, the flickering fire casting long shadows across their faces. Anna stood at the head of the room, her presence commanding as she addressed the group. "We're being watched," Anna began, her voice steady. "Whoever is behind this knows too much. They're orchestrating this, playing us against each other." Maria leaned forward, her expression fierce. "Then we find them and stop them before they can do more damage." Sophia's voice was softer, hesitant. "What if it's someone close to us, someone we trust?" The room fell silent, the weight of her words settling over them. Laura broke the tension. "If we're going to survive this, we need to work together. No more secrets, no more lies." Anna nodded. "Agreed, but trust will only get us so far. We need action. I have a plan, but it's risky. We'll need everyone on board." The women exchanged glances, their agreement unspoken but understood. They had no choice but to move forward, united in their desperation. As Anna outlined her plan, the fire crackled softly, its warmth doing little to dispel the chill that had settled in the room. Midnight marked the beginning of a new phase in their fight, one where the stakes were higher than ever and betrayal loomed at every corner.